If you're the parent of a high school baseball or softball player, there's a good chance that this entire development and recruiting process, it feels confusing. You hear a lot of different things from a lot of different people. Play more games, lift more weights, but don't lift too heavy. Go to showcases, but don't waste money on showcases. Fix your mechanics, get stronger, but don't get too big. And you're just trying to make the right decision for your kid. You don't want to waste time, you don't want to waste money, and you definitely don't want to hurt their future. So let me simplify this. The reason it feels chaotic is because the baseball world is sort of fragmented. Travel coaches focus on tournaments, hitting coaches focus on mechanics, strength coaches focus on lifting, recruiting services, they focus on exposure. Everyone stays in their lane until someone in another lane starts speaking up. But the problem is these aren't separate lanes, they're a system. Most families and athletes believe if they play enough games that development is just going to happen. Games build experience, they build confidence, they build situational awareness. But they do not build the physical ceiling, and recruiting is influenced by that ceiling. If the ceiling doesn't rise, the output doesn't rise. College coaches notice things immediately. How hard does the ball come off? How fast do they run? How explosive are they? Velocity is squared, which means small physical improvements create massive differences in output. You cannot rep your way past physics. Here's one of many real examples we have. This is Matt Scullin. These were his initial numbers. He had a good swing, a full travel schedule, a solid athlete, but his ceiling had room to grow. So we didn't change his swing. We built his engine. We added 6 miles an hour to his exit velocity in the first 60 days. Same swing, different force capacity. And this wasn't even his peak. He went much further and had an awesome college career. In episode 2, I'll break down why those numbers translated into 6 more miles an hour. Now I know what some parents are thinking. I don't want my athlete getting too big and losing flexibility. Well, that fear makes sense, but it comes from confusing bodybuilding with athletic development. We train strength through a full range of motion. Mobility without strength is instability. Strength without mobility is restriction, but real development builds both. Without an assessment, you're guessing. And guessing during a recruiting window is expensive. If your athlete's physical ceiling hasn't increased in the last 6 months, volume is not the answer. Structure is. If you want to see where your athlete stands, book an exit velocity assessment at b3hp.com. We'll show you their ceiling and whether it can be raised.